Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JACQUE-BELLE. If this is your very first time, and for my all-time subscribers, you guys know I love you guys so much. Thank you for your love and support. Today's video is gonna be all about concealer. So if you want to know how to apply your concealer correctly, I suggest you watch this video to the end. But before we do that, make sure you join the JACQUE-BELLE's family by hitting the subscribe button down below and also hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time new video goes up. Like I said in my intro, today I'm just gonna be showing you guys how to apply your concealer correctly. Again, I'm not telling anybody any specific way to wear their makeup. You can wear your makeup whatever way pleases you, but I'm just sharing one or two tips that can help somebody out there. Like we all know, your foundation creates a solid base for your makeup. And what your concealer does is to hide those dark circles and dark spots, especially underneath your eyes. Concealer can be used for like so many different purposes. But for this video, we're going to focus on three. So the first one, or the first use of concealer, is to color correct. I have said this in my previous video, but I feel like I didn't go in depth. So color correction is just canceling out dark spots on your face. So if you're somebody dealing with acne, or you have like redness on your face, or you have discolorations anywhere on your face, then you can color correct to hide those spots before you go in with your foundation, because sometimes your foundation cannot do all of that. So that's when we turn to color correct. And like I said in my previous video, color correction, you use like rainbow shades of concealers like peach, green, orange, depending on your skin type and your skin tone. So if you're somebody that has a light complexion, or if you're somebody who is light in complexion, you want to go in for peach kind of concealer. I'm sorry guys, I really don't have those because I don't color correct. But if you go to the store and you want to purchase a concealer to color correct, and you have like, and your skin type or your skin tone is really fair, really light, request for concealers that are peach in color for light skin. And green type of concealer is basically for any skin type, especially if you're someone who has like sensitive skin. You can go for a green concealer to color correct. And if you have like a medium to dark skin tone like mine, you want to go in for orange kind of concealers. This is not a concealer, but this is similar to the color. So say if you have my skin tone like medium deep to dark skin tone, and you want to color correct, you're gonna go in for concealers that have this color like orange kind of concealers to color correct. So say I was gonna color correct today and this is what I'm using, I'm just gonna look for areas where I know I have black spots, and I'll just color correct. And I can use my fingers like what I'm doing, and then just apply it like around where I know I have those blemishes or discolorations. Just apply with your fingers and diffuse it until like it disappears into your skin. Then you can go in with your foundation. So that's what color correction does. So now that I feel like I've like kind of corrected the discoloration around my lip or around my mouth area, then I can go in with my foundation. But say if you're somebody who have too many dark spots, you can just color correct wherever you can. I can do some underneath my eyes because I can see, I know I have dark circles. you can color correct like so. I mean, you can use a brush, but I just feel using my fingers works better for me. So you can see that how the dark circles underneath my eyes have been canceled and around my mouth. Those are the places I know I have discolorations, and I always going for like 100% full coverage concealers. I mean foundations. So I really don't tend to color correct because I really don't have too much spots to cancel. But if you were going to color correct and you have my skin type, you can go in for orange concealers like this shade. This is a perfect example, and you see what I just did, and I just do that. So that's what you do if you are going to color correct. So, and then after that, you can move on to your foundation. So for my foundation today, I'm gonna be blending these two foundations. This is from Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, and this is from Foira. So I'm gonna blend these two for my foundation today. I always put this at the back of my hand because I feel like I can control the amount. That's why I always just drop a little at the back of my hands. And I'm gonna be using my beauty blender today. And whenever you're using your beauty blender to blend any products into your skin, just make sure your beauty blender is damp. I mean, just wet enough to where there's no water dripping from it, and you can just blend your products into your skin. So that's that for your foundation. So after you color correct, the next thing you want to do is to apply your foundation before going in with your concealer. So the second thing that a concealer can be used for is to actually conceal. So for me, when I want to conceal, I concentrate underneath my eyes because those are the areas where I really have those dark circles that I'm trying to hide. And whenever I want to conceal, I use a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone or than the foundation I have on to conceal. And I just apply a little bit like underneath my eyes, like so. Not too much, just a little bit. Then I can blend it. And I'm gonna use, you want to use a clean product when you're blending your concealer. So I'm gonna use the other side of this beauty blender to just like blend it, just concentrate under my eyes. I'm not taking it anywhere else, just underneath my eyes, like so. So that's actually concealing. So you feel like it's just underneath my eyes, like that's where I'm focusing. I'm not like taking it anywhere else because I'm concealing. So there's a difference between using your concealer to conceal and to highlight. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. If you're comfortable with this type of concealing, then you can go ahead and conceal the rest of your face and then set with your loose powder and move on. So the next step or the next thing that a concealer is meant for is to highlight. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I always highlight. So whenever I want to go in for like a full coverage makeup, I always highlight. That is to give my face a little more light. That way, if just for example, you're taking a picture with a flash, the light is just gonna hit those highlighted areas of your face. So whenever I'm doing my highlight, I focus on my forehead, underneath my eyes, my cupid's bone, and my chin. That's that. And if I'm going in for a highlight, I always use a concealer that's like 3 to 4 shades lighter than my skin. So for actual concealing, which is just underneath my eyes, I'm just gonna use a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone or than the foundation I have on. But if I'm going in for the highlight itself to give my face more light, I use a concealer that is 3 to 4 shades lighter than my skin tone or the foundation I have on. So today, for this highlight, I'm gonna be using my concealer from CoverGirl in the shade Honey. So what I used to actually conceal earlier was my foundation from my concealer from, I think this is from MAC. It's a double wear retin concealer, and the shape was extra deep. That's what I use to conceal under my eyes. And now for my highlight, I'm gonna use this. You can actually see that this is lighter than this. So this one is like 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone or the foundation I have on, which I use just to conceal underneath my eyes. And now that I'm going for a highlight look, I'm using this concealer, which is like 3 to 4 shades lighter than my skin tone or the foundation that I have on. And with this, I don't concentrate only under my eyes. I try to create like a triangle. You see that? You can see how light it is. I just create like a triangle underneath my eyes because I'm gonna blend and diffuse everything together. And on my forehead, I just do just a little bit, nothing too much, and bring it down to my cupid's bone, the bridge of my nose, sorry, and then my cupid's bone and my chin. So now I can blend this into my skin. I'm gonna use a beauty blender, a clean beauty blender, and just make sure it's damp, like a little wet to the point where there's no water dripping out of it, and you can blend it. So whenever you're blending your concealer, you just want to pat and diffuse it smoothly, because if you sweep, you're gonna sweep off your makeup and it's gonna end up being awful. So whenever you're blending your concealer, you just want to like pat like so, and then just diffuse it into your skin. So with this, I'm gonna bring it a little down towards my lip, because I'm going for the actual highlight. I'm not just doing the concealing. So that's why I'm not focusing just underneath my eyes. I'm taking it down a little. So now you can see the highlight, but for me, it's not giving me the true highlight that I want. So I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade of concealer to give my face a little more light. So I'm just using this concealer from Maybelline. I just put a little bit like around my tear duct. And put a little bit on my chin and on my forehead. So you guys can tell the difference from highlighting and concealing on my face. See how it's lighter, and when I'm highlighting, it just focus on my T's, on my forehead, my nose, the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, and my chin. Those are the T-zone. That's where I always focus on when I'm highlighting. And you can tell that it's lighter than when I was just concealing. So those are the three ways you can use your concealer to color correct. And you're using like rainbow shades to color correct and to actually conceal, just focusing underneath your eye while using a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone or your foundation. And if you're going for actual highlight, then you want to use a concealer that's like 3 to 4 shades lighter than your skin tone or the foundation you have on. And if you feel like it's not giving you the highlight or the lightness that you want, you can go in for a lighter shade just to give you that highlight. So what I'm gonna do is finish the rest of my face and I will be back. Alright guys, this is the final look of this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. So if you need to apply your concealer and you do not know how to go about it, just follow the tips on this video and I promise it's gonna help. So if you like this video, as always, do not forget to leave your girls a healthy thumbs up and also hit the bell. That way you'll be notified each time new video comes up. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye bye.